discuss question number 1 of part B 2024 Mathematics paper 1. Okay, so let's start. Janaka pays income tax of 6% on the amount that he earns above 100,000 rupees. When his monthly salary is more than this amount, in a certain month he puts aside for food 1/6 of the amount he received after paying the tax. He puts aside 3/5 of the remaining amount for the other expenses. Okay, in this question it is very important to understand the amount he received after paying the taxes. Okay, so always what he receives is the amount which is remaining after paying the taxes. Okay, so the tax is 6% on the amount that he earns about 100,000 rupees. Okay, so when his monthly salary is more than this amount, in a certain month he puts aside 1/6 of the amount he received after paying the tax. He puts aside 3/5 of the remaining amount for the other expenses. Okay, so now we have a rough idea on this. Let's move into the questions. What fraction of the amount Janaka received remains after he puts aside 1/6 of it for food? Okay, so Janaka receives a certain amount after paying the taxes. From that amount he puts a 1/6 aside for food. Okay, so what we have to find is the remaining amount. Okay, at the beginning we have a 1 whole. From this we deduct a 1/6. Okay, so to deduct a fraction we have to convert everything into a fraction. So this would be a 6 out of 6 minus 1 out of 6. 6 minus 1 gives me a 5 and the common denominator is 6. Okay, so the fraction of the amount Janaka received remains after he puts 1/6 for food is 5 out of 6. Okay, so we have now found the remaining fraction after putting money for food is 5 out of 6. Is 5 out of 6. Okay, now let's move into the question number 2. What fraction of the amount he received remains with Janaka after he puts aside an amount for food and for the other expenses? Okay, if we consider the whole, from this whole Janaka puts a 1/6, a fraction of 1/6 for food. Okay, so when he puts a 1/6 for food, we found that 5 out of 6 is remaining in this part. Okay, 5/6 is remaining in this part. Okay, the question says from this 5 out of 6, from the remaining amount 3/5 is put as for the other expenses. From the remaining amount, so the remaining amount is 5 out of 6. From this 5 out of 6, a 3/5 is put into the other expenses. Okay, so now let's find that amount. So that is the fraction for other expenses. Okay, so this fraction is 3 out of 5 of the remaining. Okay, from question number 1 we found that the remaining was 5 out of 6. Okay, now I can write this as 3 out of 5. I can convert this off into a multiplication and write this as this. Okay, so now I will cancel off the common terms. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, so I have the fraction 1/2. Okay, the fraction for the other expenses is 1/2. Okay, this is known, and the fraction for food is 1 out of 6. Okay, we have to find the fraction of amount he received remains after he puts money for food and the other expenses. See, it is this amount. Okay, So what we can do is we can consider this as a whole. From this one we are deducting the fraction for food and fraction for other expenses. Okay, now I will put the fractions here. 1 minus for food 1/6 plus for other expenses we found that is 1/2. 1/2. Okay, now I have to simplify this. So I'll take 6 as the common denominator, so I have a 6 out of 6 here, minus 6 is the common denominator. Here I have a 1, and to convert this 2 into a 6 I'll multiply this by 3, so I have a 3 in the numerator. So it would be 6 minus 1 plus 3 is 4 out of 6. 2, 6. So this would be a fraction of 1/3. Okay, a fraction of 1/3 of the whole is remaining after he spent for food and the other expenses. So this part, the remaining part, is 1 out of 3. Okay, so now let's move into the third question. If the amount that remains now is 39,600 rupees, find separately how much he received after paying the tax and how much he put aside for food. Okay, so they have given that the remaining amount. So the remaining fraction is 1/3. So this 1/3 is 39,600. Okay, so now we have to find how much he received after paying the tax and how much he put aside for food. Okay, so if 1/3 is 39,600, we can find the value of a one whole, that is 3 out of 3. This would be 39,600 times 3. This is 118,800 rupees. Okay, so this is the amount he received after paying the taxes. Okay, so the question is to find how much he received after paying the taxes. Let's write this like this: amount received after paying taxes is 3 times, so let's write this part, 3 times 39,600, that is 118,800 rupees. Okay, let's move to the question, the second part of the question. How much he put aside for food? Okay, amount for food. We know the fraction he put aside for food is 1 out of 6 of the total amount. The total amount is 118,800. Okay, so 1/6 of 118,800 would be 19,800 rupees. Yes, so now we have found the amount he received after paying taxes and the amount he put aside for food. Okay, let's move into question number 4. Okay, what was his salary before paying the tax? What was his salary before paying the tax? Okay, in this question it is crucial to understand this 118,800 we found earlier was what? It was the amount after paying taxes. After paying taxes. Amount after paying taxes. Let's consider the amount above 100,000 is X. Okay, 118,800 minus 100,000 gives me 18,800. Okay, so there's a certain amount, this from this 100%, a 6% is deducted. Okay, let's consider the way that tax calculated. From 100%, a 6% is deducted, and we have only 94% remaining. So this 94 is found as 18,800. 18,800. Okay, so if 94% is 18,800, we have to find the amount before tax, so that is 100%. So we have a simple calculation. Let's get 18,800. If this is for 94, what would be for 100? Okay, we divide this by 94 and multiply by 100. So this is 20,000. Okay, what was his salary before paying taxes? Okay, his salary is we have a 100,000. Okay, and we have 20,000 before paying taxes. So this 100,000 and 20,000 adds up to a 120,000. So his salary before paying tax is 120,000. Okay, let's move into the last question number 5. Before moving, let's quickly recap this. So we had to find his salary before paying tax. Okay, so for that what we did was, this was the amount after paying taxes, and from this amount we deducted a 100,000 to get the amount where the tax was imposed on. So this was not actually the amount where the tax was imposed. So it was this 94%. From the 100%, a 6% of tax was taken, and this 94%, the remaining thing of getting this 6% out, was this 18,800. Okay, from this 18,800, to find 100%, what we did was, if 94% is 18,800, we divide 18,800 by 94 and multiply by 100 to get the 100%. So the 100% was 20,000. Okay, so his salary was 100,000 plus the amount which the tax was imposed on, so that was 20,000. So the total salary was 120,000. Okay, I believe that it is clear for you now. Let's move into the last part of this. Okay, now let's move into question number 5, the part 5. At some stage, due to the limit over which income tax is charged being increased, if Janaka does not have to pay tax, and if the amount he spent on food remains the same as before, how much does he now spend for food as a percentage of his salary? Okay, now the amount he receives is the amount he receives is he gets the total of 120,000. Okay, the amount spent for food is the same as before, so that is amount for food is 19,800. So this is found as 19,800. Okay, so what we have to find is the percentage of this. Okay, so the percentage for food. Okay, now he spends a 19,800 for food out of the 120,000 he receives. To get the percentage, we have to multiply this by a 100%. Let's simplify this. Okay, so by simplifying this, a 16.5%. A 16.5%. Okay, so with this we have completed discussing question number 1. If you have any questions, put in the chat. Thank you for watching.